Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football. Welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well. I'm doing something I've never done before. I'm doing something in the 12 and a bit years that I have been on this platform, on YouTube, talking about football and talking about Chelsea and doing match reviews. I have never done this. This is the first time. Do you want to know what that is? The game's still going on. 76 minutes has been played. I'm giving you a match review. I don't need to see anymore. I've never done it. First time. Because why? It's currently 3-0 to Brighton. I don't even need to talk about this game. This game is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. This video is plain and simple. It's very easy. It's not even going to take up too much of your time because I feel like a broken record at this point. I feel like it's clear as day. It's obvious to every single human being on the planet that has eyes, right? Even the animals can get involved and understand what's going on because they have eyes. If plants had eyes, they would see what's going on and understand it too. I'm still seeing people talking about, in this context, Maresca, he doesn't know what he's doing. Look at this. This is a bad decision. Look at what he said here and all of that, right? And there's valid points. There's valid points. People going, this player's rubbish. That player's rubbish. Sanchez is rubbish. Yeah, drop him. Jorgensen, he'll be the saviour, even though we know he won't. But you expect maybe a little bit better than Sanchez. Jackson gets injured. We're screwed. Yeah, because with Jackson, we were absolutely killing it, weren't we, with Jackson? But everyone is ready to blame one specific person, one specific player, one specific coach. Some Winstanley and Stewart. Yeah, you got to get rid of them. Get rid of Winstanley and Stewart, right? Even as far as going to the ownership and saying, okay, Clearlake have got to go, but Todd Bowley, we like him. Listen, for the past 3 years, this has been going on. What more proof do people need after this time? Listen, hindsight is a beautiful thing. Hindsight 2020 is real. When things happen with time, you learn from it. You collate the information. This club would know, these owners would know, they collate all the data, don't they? The data right now is telling me that after 3-0, 3 years, we're gonna go back to people that had levels, right? Let's talk some Jose up in here, yeah? Three. Do you know what 3 means? Yeah, like he used to say. Do you know what 3 means? 3 in this case doesn't mean just 3-0 Brighton. It means 3 years of the same crap under this ownership. The sooner that people stop pinning everything on a certain player. They're all kids. Anyway, what the hell are we expecting them to do on their own like this? I've been screaming, at least, I'm not saying just me, but many fans have been screaming for leadership, experience, a spine, players that are going to come and set the bar right now and then try and bring these young players through because they need the examples. We're not going to do that. Managers, Graham Potter, pants. Poch, pants for the majority until the very end, and then he decided to switch it on. Got sacked for it because he started speaking his mind. Maresca had a good portion, but it's gone south. And why? Because the infrastructure is the same. People need to stop dreaming at this point and realize after 3 years of information that has been collected that as long as the model hasn't changed, things are not going to change. But the problem is after 3 years, the data, the information that we all have now has told us they're not going to change because all they are bothered about is getting players in at low prices, low wages, low ages, and then flip them for whatever profit they can possibly get. That way, they're happy. Money's coming in. They've told you with their own mouths at the very beginning. And this is where you always have to go back and look at the whole picture. Eghbali has said it from his own mouth, how much he admires the Brighton model. Todd Bowley has said it from his own mouth in terms of business. Feliciano has said it in terms of his own mouth in terms of business. Business and profits come before results on the pitch, before winning and losing on the pitch. His words. People have to realise, as I can see all the Chelsea fans leaving, you probably shouldn't have even gone, lads, so, if I'm honest. Big up to all of you. How you've done it, I don't know. They're singing Roman Abramovich again, this time louder. Good. Because the problem here is Blue Co. They're the ones that have hired these directors and kept them for the entirety of the 3 years. They're the ones that have brought in these mediocre managers and kept them for as long as they possibly can until they get the next puppet in, because as soon as something goes really south, they're thrown in as the fall guy. They're the ones that have set the model to go in and only get nothing but children. It's Blue Co. People need to wake up. And this is where we're going to wake up, if we haven't already. People are still under the impression that these lot cannot sell. Okay, well, all right, if we want them to sell, but they can't. They're stuck here for 10 years. They're not. The last time we got that mention, go back and try and find it. Like I said, hindsight is a beautiful thing. Tonight we're going to properly start talking how things need to be spoken. The last time that 10-year clause was mentioned was before Roman Abramovich wiped off the debt off the club before he left. It was in the process where Rain Group was still talking to Blue Co before Blue Co was even a thing. Which, by the way, to let you know, Blue Co is its own company that has been set up in the UK, and I'm going to get to that in a bit. But when that was in the process of it's 4-0. Oh my God, they've hit the post. When they were in the process of looking at the owners, who's going to come in as the new owner, and they were far down the line with Todd Bowley and Clearlake. That's when Chelsea still had debt. That's when the Glazer clause was put forth. But the Glazer clause was brought in because of debt. Roman wiped the debt before he left. His own words. That he was going to just take everything off the club. You don't need to worry, I've written it off. Done. You're debt free. So what clause is there? And even if there is a clause, right? Let's start getting technical here. Even if there is a clause, what? Who's the owner of Chelsea Football Club here? Is it Eghbali? Is it Todd Bowley? No. Not as individuals. No. It's Clearlake Capital, right? It's Eldridge, Todd Bowley. It's the other lot. But even then, who owns Chelsea Football Club? On the sheets, it's not Clearlake Capital, even though, yes, they've got 62% of the share. But what have they got 62% of the share of? Tell me. Have they got 62% share of Chelsea Football Club, or have they got 62% share of Blue Co? Huh? Are you starting to see where I'm going with this? Even if there's a clause that Blue Co cannot sell Chelsea Football Club, fair enough. But Blue Co can be sold, can't they? I'd love the journalists, those PR machines, these lot that are dishing out all sorts of propaganda on behalf of these owners, because PR and imaging means a lot to these guys. They need the public image to be good because they've got investors behind them. They've got money that they're managing on behalf of their investors behind them. And if confidence goes down, what happens? If there's bad imaging, what happens? Investors look at it and go, I'm not feeling so good. I'm going to pull my money out. And what happens to Clearlake? And what happens to these other lot when that happens? PR, they invest so much into, and they get so many journalists, so-called journalists, right in the pocket. Because they know what they're doing. They know that they have to get the fans appeased. They have to get the fans to believe a narrative. They have to get the fans to think a certain way in order to keep everything in motion for the profits to come in. That's it. PR means a lot to these guys. Blue Co. As a whole, how about you lot just sell off Blue Co and give it off to someone else then? How about that? Clear Lake, Todd Bowley, Wiss, the consortium, right? All put in your shares. You sell off to a new owner. Here's Blue Co. You can have it. We've sold Blue Co. Blue Co still owns Chelsea Football Club. That's how I'm seeing it. Why don't the journalists that are in the pocket, right? All of you so-called journalists, how about you not actually go and do your job? Because with all due respect, I'm talking just based off my own common sense, my own opinion, my own analysis, and the way that I'm seeing things in the public eye. You lot are the ones that actually have the links and the sources, and you can tap in if you really want to, but you don't want to because you know it will have consequences. So journalists, go and actually find out that information for us, please. Love to know. They're not going to, are they? Of course they won't. End story is, as long as these owners are still here, because they're not going to change the model, they're not going to change their ways, as long as these lot are still here, this is going to continue. And Chelsea Football Club will get further and further and further more destroyed. It's deteriorated to such a point now where even if we were to get a new owner, right, there's work to do. We're going to actually need someone to come in and go, you know what? Don't worry. I've got this, right? Cool. We're going to have to make, again, a whole load of changes here because these lot are just not good enough. And we're going to have to take a little brunt because of it. We would have to. But we need someone that's willing to do that and actually start thinking on a footballing level. Instead of just money. Screw the team. I was about to swear. Screw the team. Forget the levels. Don't care. Because as far as we're concerned, risk to reward, we've got that on lock. Minimal risk. Don't need to put ourselves in the conversation to achieve things and wait to achieve things when we can just make money now. We can do that. Low risk, high returns. Chelsea Football Club will remain a big name. The brand is huge. It's global. That won't change. It won't change overnight. It will change over time. This is why I am where I am now. I'm not willing to wait to find out what's going to happen after 5 years, after 10 years, after... No, look at the others. No. There's been other examples. You learn from the mistakes of others. You don't make the same mistakes. You learn from the consequences that others have gone through. If someone's gone to touch fire, are you going to go and try and see what it feels like? Nah. I've seen that. That burns. I'm not going near then. Enough's enough. Enough is enough. 3 years in, and this is what we have to show for it. The levels have been absolutely decimated. On every single level, the mentality is non-existent. The standards are in the grave. I'll say Man United are in the grave. Congratulations. We've just opened a new plot next to their grave. We're now buried. And it's happening year after year after year. You're seeing it in real time. Enough's enough. It's not going to be on me to say, okay, here's the place and here's the time for a protest, right? And it's not about that. It's about everyone just saying it for what it is. Everyone just start speaking the way that you need to speak. It's as simple as that. Start speaking the truth, irrespective of consequences. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. Don't be fearful. Just say it. If everyone says it, image of these owners, down. And that's where they start looking and going, crap, they're onto us. Yeah, we are. Because enough's enough. Enough is enough. The away fans chanting Roman Abramovich, that's just the beginning. Now everyone needs to start speaking. And the match-going fans, the ones that are at the grounds, it's going to be on you lot to say it at the grounds and be heard. Because believe me, they're picking it up. As soon as Roman started getting chanted, the amount of flipping impressions that started getting, the amount of people that started figuring out what was being chanted, that's all that needs to be done. especially at the bridge. Well, where these owners are actually there and they're listening, they're going, oh, crap. That's what needs to happen now. That's what needs to happen. It has to be organic and it has to come from within. But this cannot continue unless if people are willing to see the club die, just die off. We're going to turn into what Nottingham Forest turned into. We're going to turn into what others turned into, where they just fizzled out. You just never saw them again. Because that's where we're heading with these lot. Because they're not going to give the team anything that it actually needs in order for it to succeed. They're not going to. They're just going to keep getting more young players in. Once these lot get some sort of a decent value, yeah, you're sold, mate. You think Cole Palmer's sticking around here? No chance he's going to go and play Champions League football. We're going to turn into the ultra feeder club. The ultra feeder club. Brighton are a feeder club. We're getting spanked left, right and centre by Brighton. The ones that we've tried to copy. That's what I've said last time. The copy's never as good as the original. We had our own identity, our own way, our own success, our own blueprint. These lot came in and threw it all out of the window on day one. And people really want to look and go, oh no, but Todd Bowley's the good one, when he was even a major part of that in the first place. Clearlake have only come in and just finished the job off. These lot couldn't run a bath, as far as I'm concerned, on a footballing level. But they know how to make money, and that's exactly what they're doing. Only. Our football club is being played with like Lego. I'm done. I'm done. Irrespective, win, lose or draw now. It's finished. It's finished. It's finished. As fans, we can always look and go, oh, but this is good. Maybe that will work. Maybe. And we've all done that. But after 3 years, I'm sorry, I'm not being taken for a fool anymore. That's it. You won't hear any of that from me any longer. No more. There's no more. Win, lose or draw. Blue Co, sell up and go. End of story, because you know that you can. You're the loophole kings, right? Well, find a loophole for this one if you have to. I don't think you have to, but if you have to, find a loophole because you know you can. Sell up and get out. That is all that is required in order for real change to come in this football club. If not, we are only going to continue down this path, and you've heard it here. Let me know your thoughts down below. The game is about to wrap up. It's still 3-0. They're in stoppage time. I don't even care. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll catch all of you tomorrow in a bit, people. Take care and peace.